The views and opinions expressed on any program are those of the persons appearing on the program and do not necessarily reflect the views and opinions of the New Media Factory. Some programs on this network might include strong images and language and may not be suitable for all audiences. Viewer discretion is advised.
And welcome to 28A! I'm Trisha Centenera.
I'm Julia Snigowski.
I'm Bianca Valerio. And today we are going to be talking about dating, but in particular, dating Filipino men. So we have got some guests here today.
Please introduce yourselves.
Introduce yourself.
Oh my god! Hi guys, where do I look? I'm Veronica Mendez, the Veronica Mendez, I forgot.
I tend to forget, so let's not.
Hi guys, I'm Marianna Henud.
And she's a lovely Brazilian model. And what else do you do, Marianna?
Well, I'm a model and I'm also a businesswoman. And I'm based in Manila and I'm dating a Filipino boy for almost 2 years.
There you go.
So
That's a good insight. Oh wait, slow clap for you.
That's the introduction.
Yeah.
I work for Jesse Mendez, so I forgot what I was saying. That's what I do.
This is the Veronica Mendez.
Yeah, so
Anyway,
So what do you need to say more?
But she's also dated Filipino men, right?
I grew up-
Especially as she grew up here.
So I went to an all-girls school. I had no choice.
Well, what are some of... Okay, so actually, guys, I
think-
never dated a Filipino man.
Are you the
well,
only
I
one?
kind of have a little bit. More because I like really tall, fair men, but not
And that's
because,
not a lot of Filipino men.
not because there's anything wrong with Filipino men. But what are the good things about dating Filipino men? Like, I mean, Mari, you've been with him for 2 years, so what is it that like initially just made you fall for him? Like, why? You're Brazilian. Like, you guys have
Beautiful men.
Guys, can I just say, I don't have a voice.
No.
Every week,
It's just-
every week, every Sunday. It's a bad day for Bianca's voice on Sunday.
She works really hard during the week.
She's given up. She's given up her voice for Lent. I'm just kidding.
It's a good one.
That was a quote of the night. Anyway, Mari, please.
Sorry.
Well, at first, I think Asian guys are pretty different because of their intelligence. So they're really smart comparing to Brazilian men. Brazilian men is more like physical and, you know, they love their body.
More.
So that was the first thing that really attracted me in a Filipino guy. And this particular Filipino guy. And there's, like, he gives me so much attention too. So,
Do you want to give him a shout out? Can you give him
no,
a shout out?
I don't want to do it.
Just say hi, baby.
I don't think he will be watching.
Just say hi, baby.
Just say hi, baby.
Hello, baby.
Do you call him? Is that your nickname for him? Baby. Or Amor?
She's trying to weasel a name out of you.
No names, no names, no names on this show tonight.
Anyway, he's smart and...
So dating Filipino men, so going into the good things on dating Filipino men, they are affectionate, romantic.
Yes, they are
They-
pretty romantic.
Did he do anything specifically to really win you over that you felt like a Brazilian guy would not have done for you?
Okay, I think the trip that he brought me was really important. We went to Palawan, to El Nido.
Oh.
It was like our second trip together, and it was really like, whoa, we down in an island that it just comes up at night.
Because it's just more thoughtful. Like,
Yeah.
Were you just dating them?
I really think that
Yes.
Filipino men are, because I've dated
So romantic.
What?
2 Filipino men, and
What?
I do find Filipino men extremely romantic
Yeah.
and extremely thoughtful. So cheers to you for that one. But in saying that as well, listen to that big butt that just came flying out of my mouth.
But no, cons later.
Cons later.
Pros first, baby.
But back to, so yeah, just super, I just find that they're really super thoughtful, you know, not just in general Filipinos, but especially when dating them.
Well, because they're conservative, right? I mean, like, this is a very Catholic, conservative country, so, you know, they're not, I guess, even though all men at the end of the day are big walking penises, so they are
They
trying to
I
get
know.
that, but they're still,
I
I
wasn't
feel like
informed.
here they're more of like a roundabout way, like, exactly, like, it's not just to get in your pants. What I've heard, correct me if I'm wrong, is that in the States or in wherever, you know, like, a guy is just really, if he's single and he's not looking for a girlfriend, sometimes it happens, he's just trying to, like, have sex with as many girls as he can, and that's what they want. But here, it's like they'll focus on one girl at a time.
Filipino
And
man.
then they're courting you. I mean,
They're-
that's it.
they're-
But this is the thing that they
That's
all,
ego.
even when they are going from girl to girl to girl, they all still seem like they are just courting
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Filipino men, you're so good at
No,
that.
we're
you
very
They
special.
make you feel like you're the only
You're the
one.
only one,
But
yes.
you're the only one for that moment.
No! No!
Yes.
No.
Don't make me name names now. No,
I am. I'm gonna be like, no.
It's
no.
like someone's been burned.
I haven't been burned at all, but I have a lot of Filipino dude friends who I just sit there and go, oh my gosh, you guys are like professional daters.
Professional quarters.
Quarters.
Quarters, not
Quarters.
daters. Quarters.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
have their game.
Totally. And it's what I find is that it's so unexpected. Where Brazilian, for example, you expect it. You feel it coming. You've got your bat and you're ready to swing. But with the Filipino men, they're just so
They're
charming.
slide. They're slide.
And they're just so smooth. And then
Yeah.
it's like boom, and it's like, what the fuck
I was
just
gonna-
happened?
I feel like it's not them being smooth, it's them playing dumb. It's
No.
them playing innocent, like, oh,
Innocent,
no, I'm going to
innocent.
church with my mom, it's family day.
Who said that to you? Julia.
No, but they are
Someone said it
actually
to you.
really like into
I'm
their
sorry.
families.
I agree.
Yeah,
I
that's
completely
one
agree.
good thing
And
as
that's
well.
the one. That's the
Family
good thing.
oriented.
I completely agree.
Very family oriented.
I completely agree. Look, I've been told on a Sunday before, oh, sorry, can we do a late dinner because I got
It's
to
a
go to
family
church
day.
and it's a family day. And for me,
You're
I
like,
just
what?
felt no. Because I'm Catholic, so I was just like, oh my gosh, that is the sweetest thing ever. Because no Australian guy's ever going to say that to me.
So,
Baby, just got to go to church with
Is
my
it
mama
part of-
and
is
my
it part of-
papa. I'll see you later
is part
on.
of the courting slice smooth.
No, because you know why?
Smoothness,
The guys,
suaveness.
the guys who I have dated, the two Filipino men who I've dated, they genuinely are enjoy going to mass and hearing mass with their families.
It's a
That's
Sunday
the thing.
habit.
It's
It's a Sunday habit.
Yeah.
Just in
Sunday
yeah, it's like
Yeah.
trying to tell you don't brush your teeth when you wake up anymore. So it's for me because it's not an Australian thing. Going to hear mass on a Sunday with your family,
It's
I find
amazing.
it so
endearing.
yeah.
Like, come on, that's not the reason
Yeah.
why you date a
It's not the
Filipino
reason
man.
why I'm dating.
No,
It's just
it's
but I'm
quality.
just saying that it's a good quality. It's
Okay.
it's a good quality.
Okay,
Any
then
way I
they're
look at
family
it, I'm even happy to be dished on a date for that.
Okay, but what are some other
Guys-
stories of really sweet things?
Guys and Filipino men in particular, their values and their morals are very Catholic based. Help me out here, people.
So they're considerate. They're more considerate of your everything. But
It's kind of like your parents have trained them.
no, it's true because the whole legal
Yes.
courting stage. It's I think I don't know, passed down.
Yeah, and it's always like it's the guy who pays.
Exactly.
It's the guy who-
Yeah.
That's why
Yes.
me and Julie were talking about this. Is it the pro or con to be like man of the house in
exactly.
the Philippines, especially in the Philippines?
But here's the thing, what I don't get is a lot of Filipinos, they say they want an independent woman.
But then,
Yes,
But
when
then
it
they get
happens,
an independent woman.
all the money.
Okay, guys,
Throw
okay,
your
going
hands
to the
up.
They
page.
just have to define what is independent.
Independent,
yeah.
Because independent doesn't mean not needy.
Yeah, or like we're not.
Yeah,
overshadowing
but I
you.
can't tell my boyfriend like I'm gonna pay for dinner.
Okay, no. Have you
Because-
ever paid for your boyfriend's dinner? Been going
Yes.
out?
No,
No, for you with,
Oh,
with
my
your boyfriend.
Filipino boyfriend.
Yes.
I've like 4 situations because I want to prove that I can do it, and I think it's
And
In
funny,
2
you know,
years,
so
how many
I-
times? How many times in 2
Oh,
years?
maybe like 2, 3
See, this is what I'm
times
saying. So
maximum.
because he's a provider for
like
you.
yes,
But like when I had my American boyfriends and my Western boyfriends, yes,
They
like
pay
maybe
for
probably the first 3-4 times they pay for everything. But after that, you split.
No
you go
way.
Dutch. Yeah, because why? Well, like I'm working too. Why?
Mo-
Why is my boyfriend gonna have to
The
pay
thing is,
for
okay,
everything
there
every
we go.
single time?
I was also asking you. I've dated a lot of halfsies,
Mm.
but doesn't mean like do you have to? Most of them like to split, and I'm like, what? Hold the phone.
no, I think
That's
that
not how-
I
that's why I
can
was
be
like-
a gentleman, but I like sometimes. But of course, like in America or in Brazil, we would share the bill.
Yeah.
Unless he's like super rich and doesn't matter.
But in
you know,
Manila,
but
They will always
in the
pay.
Philippines, the guy will always try to pay.
Yeah.
Because
But
guys,
You know this, Filipino man.
Because guys also share that they find it very sweet when the girl makes the effort to pay.
Yes, sometimes.
Yeah,
So
I
it's
agree.
not really because they need the money.
It's just
It's
they want
just-
to,
Yeah, it's just the
Show that it's a
thought.
give and take. It's not
thought,
like just
it's a
take,
thoughtful
take,
thing.
take.
Yeah.
But then, like, they Filipino men, they do it because I don't know, like they want to feel like it's a machismo thing. You think?
It's a patriarchal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
more
like-
conservative,
yeah.
exactly.
That's why, like, they like to do it. They
always
like to
need
take
feel
charge.
like
But you know what
In
though,
charge.
when it comes to that, because the Filipino guys that I've dated have always graciously paid for dinner, and what I find is the way that I give back is by being maybe the little things. You know,
Yes.
on my Instagram and on my Twitter, I'm always writing, you know, it's the little things that count. So, you know, he may pay for dinner, but then I just think it's nice in general, then you give it back in other ways, in affection or in love
Yeah,
or
I think
in
a lot of us
Just the
in-
small-
in small
things.
the small
or like sometimes
things.
you pass by a store, you see something that looks like him. You just
Exactly,
get it,
like a-
and
This girl is in
take it,
love.
you know.
You can see it. Like hers are just like.
What goes around comes around. I think that you how you want to be treated is the way that you should treat. I'm saying it backwards, but you know what I
I'm
mean.
wondering though, and this can kind of segue into cons of Filipino men, if because they feel like they're the provider and they're working so
Yes,
hard
yes.
to treat you like a queen, do you feel like they think they can get away with more? Because they treat you like a queen, they can also kind of treat you like shit.
No.
Because
I'm gonna say no.
No?
No. I've been dating Filipino men since high school.
Okay, so
That's a
why
big
why
no.
do you say no?
I'm just, no. Like they just
You've never had that experience.
because I probably never had that experience, but no, just, they can't. They can't.
Because I have heard stories, and I don't want to give too much away because I write about this.
It's okay,
But
darling.
a friend was saying that it was so hard for her to get rid of this boyfriend who was especially crazy because he would do the sweetest, crazy sweet things. Like, you know, she would come home and the whole house would be covered in rose petals. But then he would be crazy and like, you know, grab her cell phone and like,
Oh.
you know, flip
Possessive.
through-
it's
Yeah.
almost like they feel they have the license.
Yeah, exactly.
To
It's like.
kill.
And you know what, right? It's like if I'm paying for everything, if I'm buying your dinners every single time, and I support you.
But-
what I say goes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I did have that experience. I would have to as well. My long-term boyfriend. That's why I broke up with him because I felt my self-esteem was very low. He demanded more than what I was expected of, and I was like,
Yeah.
more. Me.
Not enough.
Me. Like what Samantha said in Second City. I love
But
you.
you can
but I love
find
me
guys
more.
like this everywhere,
Exactly.
not only in the
In the
Philippines.
Philippines. But in
Yeah,
the
I think
Philippines,
it's universal.
but in the
Yeah.
Philippines, it's
Yeah.
just more maybe like.
No, I
don't
think
know.
the guys are true, like they want to really be the man of the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they want to command everything.
Yeah.
And sometimes for us that are not Filipinas, it's quite hard because we need to balance that power,
Mhm.
right? Especially if you're an independent woman.
Mhm.
You
That's
made a
the
very
thing,
good
like
point.
Filipino men, they always want to feel like they run the show.
Yes, they
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
Take charge,
But
baby.
you know, sometimes the girl can be running it, but it will be showing to the guy that he's the one
I
running.
think that's
but
the art
It
of being a
depends.
woman.
Yeah.
We have to all learn.
No, like, cause like I have a savior complex. Basically,
You do.
I'm a saint. Like
Oh, I do.
I am a
If
martyr.
there's a
Do not.
problematic man out there, Veronica Mendez will find you and she will fix you.
I dated an actress
we'll give her
schizophrenic.
better after.
I'm like an actual like diagnosed schizophrenic, and I stayed.
My boyfriend's bipolar.
Seriously?
I stayed. And I tried to save him. What's wrong with me? A lot of things, but no, but no. I have a savior complex. I think Filipino men like women that are a little like saintish. You know what I mean?
Oh, here's another
You know,
thing.
like Martin, like they give up, like not the little hoys, but part of themselves to be with them, and they expect that.
A little bit submissive.
Yes, you know.
with Filipino men, because our culture is very about family. So the
Diba?
approval of the parents is
Means a lot.
so
Totally.
Important.
That makes sense.
Very important.
Really, really
And
important.
what's also good about Filipino men, they love they like introducing you to family. They bring you
A little bit too soon though, I find,
No,
compared
but
to
they
the
like
Western
introducing
world.
you.
Really? Yeah.
No, they like introducing you to the family.
Yeah, a little bit
It's
too
like,
soon.
after the second day.
Whoa, I'm not ready to meet your
No.
mom yet.
I'll introduce you to my aunt. And it's the first date, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then again, here as well, there's a lot of
my cousin.
a lot of the cousins hang out with the cousins. So when
And then
you're
they
such
do
good
it
friends
right
with the friends of the cousins and the cousins are all friends, well then it's kind of not hard and it's kind of hard to
Because
stay away from that because
because-
then Sunday mass comes and then all the cousins are talking about this new girl.
Yeah.
And then what happens
The
is
new girl.
the aunties, the titas and the titos and everyone, they're all like, what are these guys talking about? And then boom.
But
It happens very quickly here.
And I'm sorry,
Everything
only in the
dating
Philippines-
Filipino men happen very quickly.
Only in the Philippines, everyone is related.
Oh, and
I'm so sorry. You guys have to say yes. This is my cousin. How? Third cousin? He's my fourth cousin, I think, but we're related. How? It's far.
And everyone
No.
has a history, right? You can't just like in a big city like New York or wherever
Manila-
you meet
I
someone.
know.
It's like here's like
That's it.
oh, I
60
met a boy.
degrees.
Who is he?
It's
It's
white.
like
Tell me
3
about
degrees of
him.
separation here.
In Manila, it's 1 degree. That's all you need. We
I was trying to be kind, giving it 3, but 1 is not a bad ratio.
Okay, I'm so
You
sorry.
said that you were dating a person that was only half Filipino, but then he ended up being very Filipino. Like, I want to know about
Really?
this. Like,
I was
how-
dating-
because you said it was kind of a con, right?
It was. So I was dating a Filipino guy, and
Congrats.
I actually was scared. I never experienced dating a Filipino guy before, so I was a little bit scared. And he asked me out a couple of times through various friends. And basically, what happened was when I sat down and started talking to him, he was raised in Australia, which was for me a very big plus. Like a very, very big
Why?
plus. Because straight away there was that familiarity of knowing where you were raised and knowing where you come from. And literally what happened was, after 2 dates, we turned to each other and went,
I love you.
let's just date each
Oh,
other.
no, I love you.
The Australian way were our words.
Wait, can you let's
Be more
talk about,
specific.
like the Western way? There's hanging out.
Hanging out,
Dating?
there's dating, there's hooking up.
There's hooking up.
Exactly.
There's like, yeah, so, no, but in Australia,
Seeing each other.
there's no hanging
It's
out.
complicated.
There's no
Okay.
hanging out. It's either you're dating or you're not dating. And then in Australia, dating also means that you don't have to be dating just the one guy. You can be dating a couple of guys.
But together.
Me personally, I can't do that. I tend to
I'm the
concentrate on
same.
one guy and then that's it. But
Here-
in this situation, they
You're the
tend
same.
to hang out with a lot of different girls.
Wait, that's a Filipino thing?
Yes.
Filipino thing.
Oh,
I've never.
really?
It's like,
It
oh,
is.
we're
I
hanging
think
out.
it's
So it's just like, well, hang on a
The
minute.
start, during the
I'm
start,
hanging
during
out
the
with
start.
you, but we're just mates.
But hanging out doesn't mean they're hooking up.
No,
They
but
could
it's
be.
like with
They could be.
intention.
With
It's like,
intention,
are you
okay.
hanging out with intentions to eventually
Or
Got it.
seeing.
kiss
Oh.
each other or whatever?
But
I've
guys
been
only
calling that
hang out
before,
with
where I
girls
think I'm just
to
being
potentially hook up anyway, which is a whole nother
whole other topic.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
Next
anyway,
week.
what happened was we were dating, and it was so the Australian way was right. We're together. We're only dating each other, and then that's it. There's no looking around. There's no whatever. But then what happened was the typical for me. This is what I find with Filipino men, that they want the strong, independent woman, and then when they get the strong, independent woman, and then they're happy to date the independent woman for a while. But then after a while, it's like,
They give excuses.
holy fuck, what do I do after a while? Because maybe they're
They
not
give
as
stupid excuses.
they're not as me being a foreigner as well. Yes, I'm Filipino, but I was born and raised in Australia, so I have a Western mindset. That sometimes it might be a bit too much for them because I'm maybe not as sweet and as kind, and I might be a little bit, like a dude sometimes. And
Aggressive.
Especially
And-
Australians are women are very like duty.
yeah, like I could
That's
roll
different
with the
for you.
boys like you wouldn't
Good for you.
believe, and so that's where it kind of came. Our downfall of the
Yeah.
relationship came was when it was like, shit, okay, I wanted an independent woman, but maybe I kind of bit off a bit too much for me to be able to handle.
But you need your...
That's
So
why.
yeah,
Wait, so you feel like you
But at
weren't
least you didn't drag it on.
I wasn't submissive enough.
Without the voice.
I wasn't
She
submissive
wants to.
enough.
She really wants to talk.
For this Filipino in particular, and what I
We're
find
both
even with my guy friends, sometimes my sweet guy friends here will always be like, Trish, where's sweet Trish? Can sweet Trish just talk to me, please? Because if I'm in a mood or whatever, and it's like, what? They're a bit like, oh, Like, what do I say? What do I do? Because I might be a little bit too brash, a little bit too harsh. But that's just me. I know what I want, and I'm independent. And
Cheers to that, baby.
I moved to another country to broaden my horizon when it comes to my career.
Dora.
And if love finds me, well then, thank you. But in saying that as well, it's a bit of a tough mountain to climb. And
Especially in Manila. Everyone has dated everyone. I'm so sorry.
Everyone
in
has
the
their,
Philippines,
and everybody has their opinion on
Someone.
careful of him because the last girl that he
And
did was da 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 da
da, da, da.
da. Careful of her because
Da, da, da,
she
da.
da 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 da.
Oh, that's so scary. So you could actually probably make a tree of every person someone
yes,
slept
Everyone.
in Manila. In
Everyone.
the Philippines.
Disgusting.
He got an STD from her.
Oh my
She
God.
etc. That's kind of how it goes here.
Oh no, you did.
How they
roll.
So that's the rumors that I've
Your face. Your face is like.
Oh no, but it's full on. It's true. Like
It's
there was what, a herpes outbreak like last year?
I'm sorry. No, there was.
Was there?
There was a herpes outbreak.
It took me a year and a half. I lived in the Philippines and I did not kiss a single person
I'm so sorry.
because I didn't
So
know
sorry.
how to date a Filipino man.
But no,
I didn't know how to do
literally
it.
last
There
year.
should be a guide.
A how-to guide. And do you know what though?
Last year, I literally found out there were like 12 people with herpes. I was like, that's so like, ugh. Get tested, people.
Do you know what though? There is too
Sorry.
much information. But on that
No,
topic,
but-
the how to date a Filipino guy, some guy friends of ours are going to be starting up a podcast, and maybe we can ask them to answer these questions.
Oh,
so
God,
we
I
will let you know who they are and when and where and what channel. But
I've had this conversation with a Filipino guy. I'm like, so what dating Filipino guy
But
like?
they're just gonna
What
tell you
would
that.
you do?
Exactly. And
Joya.
they're like, date us because we
Why
care so
would you not
much
date a
about
Filipino?
you. Why would I not date a Filipino?
Yes.
Well,
Come on, come on.
well, I think I'm very superficial and
She's very honest, apparently.
no, it's just because I like very tall men. And there are tall Filipino guys, but I
They're
think
basketball
because
players.
I started dating when I was living in Salt Lake City, Utah, which is like the land of Scandinavian
Hada.
descendants and
My-
very like tall, fair white guys. And then
And Mormons.
and Mormons.
And Mormons.
And so all like
all you guys out there.
all my boyfriends up until, and then I moved to Tokyo and still I was like in this little modeling bubble and the models there are they're very like high fashion Western and I think I just got used to it and then
So they had mindset.
I just never branched out.
But
Spread my
wait,
wings.
but I have a question. Did you ever think about dating a Filipino? Like, did someone like with Marianna? Did someone just like
I don't know.
go the
I think
distance, bro?
I've never talked about dating a Filipino or even an Asian before. My ex-boyfriend was Brazilian. It just happened.
Yum.
It wasn't something that I was like, oh my god, yeah, he's so cute. No. It happened. I
just
like him
happened.
and like the whole situation made me get involved.
Right.
Sometimes the problem with Filipino guys is like, for me, finally I'll share.
Please.
Oh yeah.
Found your
Right?
voice.
You found your voice.
No, I mean, I dated a Spanish guy for 10 years.
Wow.
But the thing is, he lived for 15 years here in Manila.
Technically, Filipino.
So technically, he is Filipino.
Is he half?
Half.
Okay.
Okay, here's the thing. Filipino men have been trained to woo women.
Filipino men have been trained to woo women. In
Right.
case
No,
you
it's
couldn't
because the family, it's upbringing.
So, to them, it's automatic.
Yeah.
So you don't know anymore if it's sincere. Unlike a Western guy, because it's not something that comes very, very naturally.
Oh, Western men can fucking play
Oh,
mad games
I
too.
think any guy all over would be a player until they find that girl.
Yeah, exactly. I agree
Don't
with
make me
Mike.
cry.
No, at the end of the day, yeah, guys
You know, guys
are not,
will
they
be
do not have the
players,
best
yeah.
intentions. No matter what they tell you, oh, I'm so sorry.
Guys
Guys,
are
women,
walking
it's a
penises.
lie.
They're walking penises. They're walking penises. Drink your beer.
I just spilled my beer.
But okay, so let's wrap up instead of just, ragging on men.
Be better.
And
We're not ragging on them.
We're not better, by the way.
At the end of the day, there's some great qualities about Filipino men, and
There's
I
more-
mean, Mari is still with one, and
There's more pros than cons. That's why people
Look, I can
love
say.
them.
Do you know what
Let's stay
though,
with them.
Julia? How many times do you say? How many times have I said, you know what? I'm not gonna date. Just Asians. Because I've never been attracted to Asians in general. Because I'm from Australia, I was like one of the only Asian families lived on my side of town in Sydney. And I was never attracted to Asians in general because they all look like my brother, basically. But then I moved here. I've been here for 2 years, and Bianca and Julia, who are two of my best friends, always turn to me and go, Trish, wow, like my taste is becoming more and more
Evolved.
It has evolved. It's very
Yeah,
annoying.
I just said to you like 10 minutes ago, you like Filipinos. What are you talking about?
I do, but you know what it is? It's my personality.
Look at
I'm
the
attracted.
color.
I'm very attracted to Filipino men. Extremely attracted to Filipino men. But it's the personality strengths that I find are their downfall sometimes. Let's not blanket them all, but just the ones that I have.
No, that's a
they
big.
can be possessive. They can
They can be very possessive.
everyone.
Even as
And
friends,
that's
they can
All
be
guys, I
possessive.
think all guys. can
I
be
always have a hard time with it, like because I'm a model and everything, and my friends, and I'm Brazilian, so I'm so warm with everybody. I'm smiling all the time, so I've had hard times with it.
Of course.
But
We can get
you
around,
worked
yeah.
out. It worked out. But that's the thing.
It's because Mari's a very sweet, accommodating person. Like, I just have to say without like running off in another half an hour, because I love Mari's one of my best friends, and I see everything that goes on. And if my boyfriend was that possessive, I would fucking go apeshit. Like I would not handle it. And so she's very good and very sweet, and like being able to use her womanly ways and calming him down. But yeah,
Which Julia is actually not that great at, because there's been a couple of times. Julia has a boyfriend.
Who is not
Andy, who we
Filipino.
say hello to every single podcast.
Hi,
Andy, we'll see you soon.
I've never met you, but
there have been a few times
I
where
know-
it's like, Julia, okay, and I've even said to you sometimes, be kind, switch your Filipino brain on. She's not Filipina, but when I say that to her, or even when my girlfriends say it to me, Trish, switch your Filipino brain on, it means be kinder, be nicer, because everybody says that my kind side is my Filipina side, and my
Blind side?
my other side is my Spanish side. So it kind of, in that sense, you are very Filipino in a sense. When I see you with your boyfriend, I think to myself, wow, okay, you are Filipino, but you're not.
No, but you know what? I don't want to sound
For
too.
me, with Mari, I'm hardly gonna talk, but now, Jesus Christ, I'm dying here, people.
Because we know.
With Mari, though, the wonderful thing is, she strikes me more as a Filipino woman.
That's
No,
what
I
just
agree.
said.
I would
She's
say-
such a Filipino woman.
You have
You are.
I think your boyfriend's rubbing off on you a little bit.
Super.
I think no, Bianca, you know this.
Just kidding.
Growing up in Manila, the strengths of Filipino men are really personality-wise. Even if they're not the, I could say the same thing. I'm kind of superficial. They're not the most attractive men.
Oh, Jesus.
But if they're no. Honestly, there are people that go for personality over looks in Manila.
You can find
Any
really
day.
handsome
Of course.
Filipino men.
Any
Yeah.
day here.
So there are
In
handsome
28.
Filipino men, and they're lovely, and they will court you, and they will treat
Really?
you like princesses, and take you to
Really?
Palau on great trips. So they're great.
So can we share your boyfriend?
I think the consensus is that they're very sweet and they're very
Yes.
affectionate and romantic.
Yes.
But in saying that as well,
And
I have a
family
girlfriend. I have a girlfriend who just finished dating a foreigner. Who she basically turned around afterwards and was like, I will never not date a Filipino ever again. Dating the Westerner was not fun. He was mean. He was an asshole. He was arrogant.
Do we know?
And we all know her. And she was like, I will only ever date Filipino men because of
Wow.
how kind they are and because of how sweet they are. And
Wow.
so there is, and it's so sweet. And she is in a relationship and they are very happy. But
Well, you're gonna have to give us that name.
I think we can
Right
find
later.
good guys everywhere.
yeah.
There are. You
No,
know what?
it's-
There are. There's hope. There's light at the end of the tunnel, guys.
Yes.
But you know what though? I have a married
I'm trying to
girlfriend.
wrap up for
A married girlfriend who she says at the end of the day,
Tuba.
you want the kind guy, you want the sweet guy. When the years turn into decades, that turn into the rest of your life, you want the sweet guy, you want the
Yeah,
nice guy.
exactly.
So
Yeah.
Filipino guys, I
Keep
think
on
you're
being
in the
sweet.
I
Keep on
completely
being
agree.
romantic.
Because you know why? There
Keep
are
on
those women
courting.
out there who want that and
Keep on courting,
who
yes,
search
okay.
for it. And
Keep on courting.
we do as
properly.
well, just in different ways.
Keep on courting us
Exactly.
properly.
So guys, exactly what Trisha said. Just keep on being sweet and keep on courting and keep on being gentleman and romantic and you'll have the girls of 28A.
But if not, you
And
can
yes.
always email us
At
at
exactly.
girls of 28A. Oh, girls of 28A. Email us if you want to ask us any questions on how to
Juba.
date a foreigner. No.
Juba.
Oh my gosh! I've
Anyway,
had
that's a wrap
few
for
too many
this
beers.
week. So thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you so much to our guests.
Yes.
You're welcome,
Veronica
guys.
Mendez. You can
Yeah.
also tweet her at
Veronica Mendez and Instagram as well.
And then Marianna, we can always tweet you as well at
Marianna Henud.
Henud.
Yes.
Also, Jessie Mendez Salon Group. Sorry.
No, go do your plug.
Shameless
And
plugging.
Reed Esquire.
Oh
Next
yes,
month.
Julia is
Julia's
actually
article.
she's doing an article on dating
About dating Filipino men.
And being Morena.
Oh,
No, that's
No,
oh, that's another. But yeah, so thank you so much for joining us, guys. And next week, okay, so I'm actually moving house. So the girls of 28A will still be the girls of 28A because the reason why we named it the girls of 28A, if only you saw how many people were in here, all of our guy friends helping us, buying us beer. Thank you so much.
Shout out to them.
So much has gone down in 28A. Hence why Helena Belmonte came out and said you should call it the girls of 28A.
But baby, I miss you.
Miss you.
I love you.
But we will be moving, so we will have a different location. We'll have a different set.
Ambiance, basking in the ambiance.
Exactly.
We don't know
But you
yet.
can always catch us at the Girls of 28A, which is, I think it's 28A. The A is a capital for YouTube because all of our segments will go there. And sorry, last week, I actually was ill in hospital, which is why we didn't have a podcast. We have got a really fun edited video of some things that we have been doing, like charity work and going away for Nivea. But we can talk about that maybe. We can add it to the something. But
Shout out.
Anyway,
Big
shout out
out.
to
Mariko for being a great video.
Mariko.
baby.
Thank
My
is
wife-
holding the video
My
camera.
wildflower, Miracle.
She just didn't want to be on camera. We did ask her to jump on and talk about dating Filipino men because she's married to a lovely,
Filipino.
lovely Filipino man who we
Mr.
all
Cole.
adore, Junji. But anyway, we've got to go. We'll see you
Good
next
night,
week. Not really
guys.
quite sure what the topic is, but we
But tweet us
all
if you have
here.
a topic.
You guys missed my
I
week,
know, I know.
but the Girls 28A week.
We're all
here.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
See you later, guys.